Can you hear me?
All right, guys, we're back. Unfortunately, what had happened was, we appreciate your guys' patience, by the way. What had happened was we were kind of in Discord, and I guess some of the audio must have transitioned between the rig up into our rig, so things got cut out. It was like choppy, kind of like the last state of the game, 10 or 11, whoever was on those state of the games had to remind us like every other minute, like our audio was all jacked up. So I think we fell into that same issue here. So for those that did not hear us, my name is Charlie Correa. I'm the creator and developer for the Vanquishers TCG.
Hey, everybody, I'm Jason. I handle the social media marketing. If you want to get a hold of us, go to vanquishertcg.com. You can register, follow us there, and get updates on the game.
Hey, I am Jose, the app and web developer for Vanquishers TCG.
Hey, what's going on? I'm Brandon, and I do the game balancing.
Brandon. I like
Brandon,
that.
the game balancer.
Game balancer.
He is the game balancer. So what happened was last week. So Brandon, why weren't you here last week, by the way?
I was moving into a new house.
To a new house. Y'all see the background. Look at the background. It's different.
I don't know if you could tell.
The background is a little different.
It's no longer the back porch.
That's it. Hey, man, we got to move on up. We're moving on up. All right, guys. So, yeah, we do got a couple of things we want to go ahead and update you guys on. Again, we want to apologize for the audio connection, but we'll get back on track. We had quite a few people that they'll probably come spilling back in. I'm sure that the video they'll be able to catch back on to. So, we're going to be covering a couple segments here. We have our social media network that we typically cover with Jason. We have our web and app updates, which we have quite a few with Jose. And then, of course, the game balancing and demo with myself and Brandon. My right-hand man's here today. So when we go to talk a little bit about the game on the emulator, on the breakdowns of Cyber's card, I got my right-hand man here, which actually reminds me, guys, I'm going to have to send you guys the audio connection for that, so that way we could kind of get set up for that login or that lobby for us. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and let Jason run you guys down on the social media and networking, on the details of what we've been working on, and while I'm setting this up in the back.
All right, everybody, are you ready? Are you ready to rock and roll and make it happen? Stop, drop, and roll. We're going to make it happen. So everybody out there, we've been working on the Discord. I got my really good friend. He's helping me get everything organized in there.
How good?
To have a better connection. Good. We're gonna actually be switching over for our the way we communicate through this stream. We're actually gonna be adding the Discord as the way that we're gonna source out the video into this, so you could actually be in the Discord communicating with us, in the Twitch communicating with us. You could message me on Instagram, no feet pictures, please, and we can go ahead and keep it moving from there. And you can communicate with us more. We're gonna make ourselves more available, as well as we're looking at tier systems we might be able to build into the Discord, so that maybe you have certain times that we will be in the Discord. If you have questions, want to talk about anything you might have seen, totally your choice. Now, if anybody out there in this world need to get a hold of us, you can go to vanquisherstcg.com. Like I said before, you have a spot to register there. It gives you updates. If you want to support us, because this is a self-funded by guys who work 9 to 5s that break our backs every day and then come in and do this. So definitely you can purchase merchandise there that can help support us, as well as you. We have some more things coming onto there. If you would like to have some kind of posters and things like that, those are going to be added onto the website. So all these things, different things connected. So definitely go to Instagram and find us at Vanquisher TCG. We're trying to hit 1,000 follows on there. We're over 700 now. So we definitely want to do that. And go ahead and follow us on our Facebook. We have a special page for that, a Facebook group that's specialized. I'll be putting links into the Twitch chat. And if you're in our Discord, I'll be putting links in there as well. So just go ahead and click on those links if you want to go ahead and get a hold of us. If you're not into this kind of thing and you just tripped up along and seen us, and you got a little nephew, you got a little cousin, you got a child, let them know about us. This might be their child. This might be part of their childhood, just like the things that we grew up on. So this is the thing we want to get back to the world, the same things we got into it. So definitely follow us on all our social media. I'll be putting links into the Twitch and in the Discord right now. Okay.
So with that being said, one of the members in our community, which is actually a close friend of ours within the community, have managed to take one of our artwork, which is Saigon, and he created a custom poster. Now, this isn't your regular poster. It's actually a metal style type float off the wall type poster, and it's actually really, really cool, man. I'm actually gonna show you guys this in a second. He sent me 2 pictures, one with it coming right out the box and one with it actually on the wall, because he did kind of explain to me, oh man, yo, I seen this new thing, these new company that make posters, but I want an art that was gonna be so good, I want to put something in my room, and he opted to be like, yo, I want your character, man. I want Vanquishers on my wall. And I was like, that's kind of cool. So I managed to put a couple of little try and make words on there, and he got it printed, and it looks amazing, guys. Yo, you guys gotta check this out. Put this on the
Let us see it. Where is that? I want to see it.
Oh, actually, I covered up the other one. Let me put it in the solo presentation screen. That way y'all can see the beauty
man,
of what
I'm
it
not
is.
solo. You can see
So,
me right now. I'm right
this
here.
here is
man,
the
you took me
actual
away.
print. Yeah, Jay, I'm sorry, Ejectocito.
Ejectocito,
So
cuz.
this here is the actual print. I mean, it looks magnificent, man. I mean, the colors are just
Oh, it looks
dead
amazing.
on. Look how awesome this thing looks. I mean, the try and make lettering, for those that knows our try and make language, can figure that out there, and of course what it's written here as well. And it just came out awesome, man. And then here over on the side here, he even sent me a picture of him mounting it onto the wall. On the wall in his room, man, and it looks awesome. I'm actually going to get one of these made for my room. It looks like you could slip the LEDs behind it, kind of like what you did with your Yoda picture, Jose.
Yeah.
Like, do you see the space like right
Yeah, I
here in
can
the
see,
back?
yeah.
Like, it looks like it's like a quarter inch off of that wall there, man, or like, it looks like the same distance of where this frame is up into this picture. And it looks like you could put a light back here or something, man. But that looks absolutely magnificent, man.
Bro, it almost looks like one of those templates that people use on their walls, or like, how they make shirts and they just have the design. Yo, that shit looks so good, bro.
Don't look how solid this thing looks. So if we get the information, we're actually gonna be talking with that community member in the community, and we're gonna ask him a little bit more on details on where he got it from, how much did it cost, and if you guys want to go on ahead and get yourself your own work with our illustrations on it, man, we'll definitely look into that. Maybe even be able to put it in the merch store. I mean, I don't know. This
Exactly.
more likely
That's what I was about to say right now.
Yeah.
If we can figure out how to actually either collaborate with other companies to actually make this kind of stuff, I mean, we can definitely try to do that and put it on our store.
It's looking absolutely awesome, man. And you know what? I think we can do canvases and posters. But as far as the way
the posters. Yeah,
canvas prints. I think we could do canvas prints and posters, but as far as the way this came out, this is like a metal, and I know you guys can't really see it, but it's one of those shine metals, and the colors just come out like almost like foil, like a foil card, man. It's great, man. So that was Black King from the community that got his made and got it done, man, and that looked absolutely awesome, man. So
How's it feel, guys, to have our first piece of fan-made art?
Yo, that's actually kind of cool, man. I mean, the fact that somebody was just wanting to get this on their wall, and they were like, listen, man, I want to get something so awesome, and I want to put it up on there, and they reached out to us and were like, yo, I want your Saigon. I want Saigon with the name across the chest of Vanquishers, and I want all the try and make. I want something custom to it. And I'm like, all right, cool. We'll put some try and make lettering in behind, because he even wants to get the try and make words on his wall. So that'll probably be coming soon. So that was awesome. Thank you, Black King, for that support, man. We really do appreciate that. And we would love to know where you got it from and how you got it and how much it works for. So I'm sure everyone in the community is going to want to know that as well.
Yo, everyone already wants to know. They want it now.
You see what I'm saying? Why wait, right?
It's his poster, but I want it now.
Yeah, but I want it now. All right, so Jose, web and app. We got a couple of updates on the web and app. Jose's been working very diligently with Jason this whole day, actually trying to get things worked on. I know I explained to you guys about the website overhaul that we're going to be working on. He's currently working on that overhaul on the back end. So nothing in the front end. You guys will see too much of the change, but he's working a lot more in the back end. Go ahead, Jose. Let me not take your thunder. Like I
pretty much right now in the back end, I'm actually trying to organize the categories for each individual card like that, if we can. Once we have it all set it up and people actually want to look at our cards and by categories, they'll be able to do that to their specific needs or wants. And also with that, I'm also give me a second. I'm looking at. Oh, we've also changed companies to where we are going to be building our shirts from.
But why, Jose? Why? Why did we change companies?
Well, because there's been flaws with the other ones,
Well, more so,
and
the other company that we're going to be working with actually has a lot more products that we can offer services for you guys. Not just t-shirts and sweaters, but we can get, like I said, posters and canvases and hats and nice hats, by the way. So these are other items we can get. That's why we opted to go with a different vendor.
and yeah, pretty much.
Did I just about cover it?
Yeah, pretty much.
My bad. So yeah, so for now the store might be down for some people. I don't know, Jose. Is it currently down?
No,
right
no,
now?
the shirts are still up. If you still want to get a shirt, you can still get a shirt now. I just gotta add on, like, I want to add on some hats. I want to see if I can actually add on those poster boards that people are asking for right now.
Yeah, we can actually just
And
get a
go from
canvas
there.
style or a regular
mean, we-
foldable poster. I'm sure that we can get those up there with the artwork of Saigon and Cyber, and who knows, we might have some more artwork.
Yeah, we might have some more artwork.
So yeah, that's pretty much it as far as that.
Unless you want a coffee mug, I can get you a coffee
I
mug
think we
too.
could do some coffee mugs. Hey, we'll do special requests. So if any guys have any special requests, you can see Vanquishers on it, man. Go ahead and let us know, and we'll try to get it done for you guys. So without any further ado, we're gonna move right into the game balancing and demoing. So real quick before we even showcase Cyber's deck, I know that you guys were in the last state of the game. If you viewed the last state of the game, we broke down the Dev Edition, the Rift Dev Edition Saigon's deck. Now that's the ideal core root Saigon deck that we're going to be running with, but it's still subject to change once we do beta testing. But that's more the foundation core root of what Saigon's going to be built as. So we're going to go through Cyber's Dev Edition build, and we're gonna break down her cards and kind of how we put this deck together for you guys, and we'll discuss a little bit more details on when we're gonna be opening up the beta testing. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So I'm gonna jump right into the lobby. All right, looks like we're all here. Okay. So Saigon's deck, we'll go ahead and set his aside. We've already used his. And I think last time we did it on the board. So let's go ahead and just take it and move right into the board where essentially it'll be at. So Cyber's deck. Let's pull Cyber's deck. So here's Cyber's card in all her glory. So she's kind of been updated from the previous card that we had. And I don't know if anyone has seen her, by the way. So she has been updated. We've actually got in contact with the illustrator that's actually building her, and we got a couple of more updates with her, and she's about to be finalized this week. So this is the most current updated of her and the card. So we're gonna go ahead and drop her off in the actual slot here. Where's she? I think I dropped it off wrong. Jeez, Brandon, I know you're killing me right now. Brandon's like, yo, dude, really? Brandon's like OCD when it comes to placement. So Cyber, we're gonna go ahead and take a quick look at on the artwork itself. So we do got the V trigger mode that we did for Cyber. So of course, that for everyone that knows, tell us what you think about the artwork right now, or whenever you guys get an opportunity. And we're gonna hit the V trigger. So in our universe, the V trigger kind of switches a few things. And of course, they had that energy aura that was recommended from the community that helped us build this card. So we're gonna go ahead and hit that V trigger. Y'all ready for that V trigger? Devs, y'all ready for that V trigger?
Oh, get it.
Y'all ready for that? Let's make it
I'm
happen.
ready.
We're about to make it happen.
The V trigger is like the best part.
V trigger. Bam!
Yo. With the aura in the background.
Yo, so that energy aura actually looks really good. And you can only imagine what this is going to look like when it's foiled, man. I mean, I just can't stress on how beautiful these cards truly look when you get a foiled card. And she is exclusively a foiled card. So the only way to get her is in foil. So this V-trigger mode would definitely be her in foil, man. So it's gonna look very, 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 very good.
Yeah, it already looks crazy with the foil. I can only imagine.
Yeah, how much more devastating it's gonna be coming out. Ooh, there goes your standard.
It's the effect. It's the effect.
That V trigger though, man. You see that V trigger mode. Really tough. So keep in mind, we're still going through some changes on the illustration. Like her blades are gonna change. I think the handles are getting more updated to the more current handle of her current weapon for her Reaper blades. So that way it reflects more so of the Reaper blades that we've developed. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into her build. Her build real quick. Speaking of the Reaper blades, of course, her exclusive Reaper blades. Again, this is a unique card right? So with uniques in our universe are the foils. So this is one of the rarest cards that we're going to be giving you guys in the dev edition for Cyber. So keep in mind that when the game comes out officially, you'll have to dig in booster packs to potentially get these weapons, that character specifically. But with the dev edition, you'll be able to get your hands on it. So with her Reaper Blades, I don't think very much has changed at all as far as stats. But we did put our Reaper Blades out, which is very devastating. A must-have card for this character. This card synergizes a lot of her signature abilities to deal significant damage. So whenever you get her Reaper Blades, it will get placed here onto the board for those that are probably just tuning in for the first time. So at the top right corner is where the hero items will get placed. So that's her signature hero items. Again, this is why we were explaining to you that she's getting updated, where the blades itself is going to be the exact blades in her hands on the illustration. So we're going to be having that. Once we get the update, we'll let you guys view that illustration. But if you do beta test with us, you'll probably end up beta testing with this version of the card until we get the updated one. First card that we're going to be reviewing in her deck will be... Dun dun dun. What is this card, Brandon?
God, I was on mute.
Oh, he was on mute.
Enhanced targeting.
Enhanced targeting. You all know how powerful this card is. It will increase her targeting by 2 and increase her kinetic damage. This here's a nasty buffer for her. Again, she is going to be pretty deadly when it comes into these attack cards. So this will apply to pretty much any of her activated weapons on this turn. So it will buff up her Reaper Blades. Next card we're going to talk about.
Lightning Reflexes.
Them Lightning Reflexes. Of course, this here is what kind of a card is this, Brandon?
This would be a Vitality.
So this is one of her Vitality cards. So for those that don't know about Vitality cards and want to know how Vitality cards work, so essentially these are one of those buff cards that we kind of explain to people that where you look down into these slots here, these are the Vitality slots. So this hero can hold up to 4 Vitalities within the fight to be able to change. These are permanent buffs that go onto your card, to your hero. And so you'll notice that her defense value is 15 by default. And with this Lightning Reflexes adds 1 more defense. So you'll see the little defensive icon right here at the bottom. So when you guys apply this to her, which of course we designed this has been designed to be able to put under the card, and you'll still be able to see the stat value. So you should still be able to, when calculating defense, you should be able to go right here and calculate your 15 plus your 1 additional. And of course, this is where the app that Jose's putting together comes into a major help for those that are more tech savvy and loves the tech. You could just start.
This is why I love the whole app.
Adding all this to the app. You don't have to keeping track of it. But for those that are old school like me, I personally love to just keep track of it on the board. Can just kind of look at it and see what you got going on there. All right, so next card we're gonna be talking about. Brandon, what card is this?
Scouting, and this is a support card.
Correct. Scouting support card, one of the cards that gets played out into play. This is probably one of Jason's pretty used cards when he uses assassins. He likes to take a look at your hand. So this is very detrimental when she could see what's about to come when she takes a look at your hand and then draws a card afterwards. So this is a pretty good card for her build. All right, so let's move on to the next one.
Counterattack, and this is a trap card, so remember you're going to play this face down.
Correct. So the way these cards get played out in the field is played face down so that your opponent cannot see what is coming at them. And remember, when you do play it face down, pay attention to the cost, because we have trap card indicators. Now this here helps the person that you're playing against know that you paid for, or you used 4 of your storage cost points, so that when you go to activate this on the opponent on that turn, if that number does not match, you cannot use this card. You'll instantly exile it.
Keep them honest.
Definitely want to keep them honest. This was a big issue we had during beta testings and concerns within the community that resolved it significantly. So we'll go ahead and put that right over here. Oh, and by the way, counterattack is a must card for an assassin. Because of what it can do. Brandon, you want to kind of review that real quick for new people that are actually here in the lobby?
Yeah, no problem. So again, a trap card, you're going to pay it face down and deal 2 life damage after your hero has been targeted. So in other words, once your enemy has targeted your hero, then you can activate this trap card, and they are going to automatically apply 2 damage to their life, directly to the life. So you don't have to worry about shield or anything else to the life.
So this is that detrimental side effect I was telling you guys last state of the game about Saigon, on how Saigon was very shield recovery heavy. And with a card like this, just totally ignores all that shield negating stuff he's capable of doing, and it can chisel right through his shield to go right to his life points. Something that's very important to do early on into a Saigon. I mean, not to Saigon, but yeah, definitely Saigon, but to a Conjurer. But because Conjurers can keep their shields up pretty rapidly, and these Assassins are designed to go right past all that. Next,
I'm gonna say, why are we showing them all this stuff? You guys see this new artwork? All this new. We've been showing y'all the new artwork, but y'all see it. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, Gus.
It's beautiful, Gus. It is beautiful.
I'm telling
Gus.
you right now, I love this new.
It really, the artwork really is amazing.
I really
it's out
like
of
this
control.
one here, man. This one here, I'm probably gonna end up getting a poster made of this one here. Speaking of this one, Brandon, what kind of card is this, man?
So this is going to be an attack card, and
Alright.
this is called Hidden Blade. So this is one of those ability cards that automatically is going to apply whatever effect to your opponent, which in this case is deal 3 energy damage to your enemy.
Yeah, so this card here is what will help the assassin chisel down their shield points, the enemy's shield points, which she's actually equipped with 2 of these cards. So this should help battle up against Saigon a little bit by diminishing his shield a little bit earlier within the fight if possible. Next card we're going to be reviewing here.
All right, so we got Death from Above, and this is another attack card, and the ability is deal 2 kinetic damage to your enemy. Add 1 life damage if you have a sword activated. So for this character, for this hero specifically, once you have those the blades activated, then you're going to be dealing significantly more damage than you would.
So you're going to be not only dealing her damage with her blades, but you're also going to be adding 2 more additional kinetic damage with pretty much any activated weapon. Deal 2 kinetic damage to your enemy, add 1 life. Yeah, so you'll deal 2 damage with pretty much any weapon, but if you have a sword activated, which this here is actually a sword, it will deal an additional life damage, again, ignoring your shields, going right to the life points to kill you quickly.
And also another thing is if you've already worn down the shield, then you're getting 3 life damage because those 2 kinetic damage is going to go straight to life.
To life, correct. So it's very deadly, man. This is where the assassins buffer and bait you into these quick chisel your lives to get into a powerful blow to end you out quickly. So this is essentially the build is almost a Conjurer Nightmare. So you'll have 2 of those actually Death Above in your decks. So that's pretty significant. All right, next card we're gonna be reviewing here, Mr. Brandon.
All right, so we got another trap card. This one's called the Orbital Shield. The ability on this one: play the card face down. You and your allies ignore all damage from any activated weapon and ability until the end of your enemy's turn. With Reinforced Shield activated on your hero, this card remains for 2 turns.
So just to kind of mention this a little bit, I guess we talked about this last state of the game when we were talking about the synergy. Anything that's blue written on the card is a synergizing with another card. So you guys can actually, if you have the reinforced shield, which is a vitality attached to your hero, when you play this, it actually allows this to stay on the field for an additional turn, which will expand it, which is kind of cool because synergizing abilities are now becoming a thing that's going to be happening. So just be sure that whenever you see an ability that's written with blue text in it, it's because it synergizes with another ability. So we're going ahead and which is another defense that is very important to have with oh, and by the way, was this card a assassin exclusive, by the way? Just want to kind
of that is a neutral card, so any hero type can use the card.
Correct. So any hero. So when you look here at the top end areas, it lets you know what classes can use this. Obviously, This is an assassin exclusive. This one here is a neutral, so any card can use it. Any character can use it. So this actually can apply to Saigon, correct?
And yes, and this card is also, I just want to mention, it's great for 1v1, but it's even better for other game modes.
Ooh, I saw what you
For
just
other
did.
game modes.
I'm just saying.
I saw what you just did there, Brandon. That was good. That was good. I like that.
You
So
know
there's
what
more
What are
to
y'all
come.
talking
have?
about?
There's
I don't know
more
what
to
y'all
come.
talking about.
All
I
right.
was just saying for other game modes. I didn't say anything else.
Maybe talking too
we
much.
got
man.
another game mode
See,
though.
there goes Jason. Jason's the structure police,
Talking
guys.
too
You
much,
guys got to
man.
tighten up. You know he's gonna
Talking
get
too
our.
much,
He's gonna get us after the state of the game now.
Hey
I
Charlie.
yes, sir. Oh, so, I'm sorry. Do we have any
another game
question?
mode though.
Oh, what,
No.
what's that other game mode?
That break mode.
Oh,
he wants-
okay. So before we go ahead and go into Energy Summon, we're gonna go into a quick break. We'll be right back, and we'll be showing you guys the cyber intro once we get back.
You'll never escape me. My enhanced targeting will destroy any enemy that stands in my way. You'll stand no chance against my lightning reflexes. You will be unable to target me, regardless of the weapon. My lightweight armor makes me lethal. I am agile and can sustain significant damage. Once I'm armed with my Reaper blades, I'll reap your energy until nothing remains. Who am I? Cyber, a warborn, and I will vanquish you.
Step into our universe with the Vanquishers TCG. Get exclusive access by joining our community at www.vanquisherstcg.com. Select a hero, equip weapons and armors, and vanquish your enemy.
All right, guys. We got sound now? I think I forgot to hit that button. Yes, sir. We're back live in 5. So we're going to go right back into it. Go ahead, Brandon. What card is this?
I'm ready this time. Energy Summon.
See, he had to come buff that out. That's why the sound wasn't there. I was ready for this second effect.
Sound like a Power Ranger.
All right. So what does
this
this card do?
this card is energy summon, and this is a support card. So with this one, each player is going to draw 3 cards. And you couldn't hear me talking trash earlier, but this is what I beat Charlie with.
All right, so let me explain to you guys why this card is pretty detrimental and why he's talking a lot of mess about beating me up with this card, which he did. In all fairness, I have to admit it, he did. And he did it very, very strategically. So basically what happens is someone like a conjurer that's able to pull a lot of cards very quickly and get them in their hands. It's a good thing, but that's also a bad thing because if I end up with 7 cards, 8 cards in my hand consistently, and he pulls this card out, which benefits him, but also can benefit me or it can hurt me. So the fact that I have 8 cards in my hand, now I have no additional cards I can draw, and if you don't draw additional cards, what happens, Brandon?
Pow.
Lose life points.
That's direct life damage. That puts you in a decking issue, which the community helped us resolve this problem. That can put me into 3 life damage directly. So on top of everything else she's doing life damage directly to you, ignoring your shields, this can actually bait an enemy into a decking issue and cause them to life damage. It's pretty powerful, man. If you use it strategically, it can benefit you or the enemy, and the enemy at the time. I mean, it all depends on when it's being played, but Brandon definitely played this in a good scenario where he utilized this as a weapon and benefited his deck.
So at the time, Charlie had another card in play that was making him draw an extra card at the beginning of his turn. So I got the damage from playing the card, and then I also got an extra damage when his turn had started as well. So it worked out.
So I want to kind of pull this card aside real quick. All right, so next card we're talking about.
Oh, my bad.
Nope.
Reinforced Shield. This is a Vitality card.
Vitality card.
So with this one, you're going to attach this to your hero, remove 2 energy damage.
So this is actually helping you resist energy damage, which is primarily what people go for your shields. So Cyber is going to be able to get this card here. But keep in mind, this orbital shield actually is the synergizing ability to go with this actual vitality. So if you see it with reinforced shield activated, your hero, this card remains for 2 turns. So if this card was activated, again, another vitality that gets to go on Cyber. So you drop another vitality that would have been activated for her. So now she's receiving additional defense by 1, increasing this to 16, and then she's also mitigating incoming damage from energy damage. So any energy damage that comes in, she's resisting that by 2. And then if she was to activate this card at this time, this is the synergy. This buff that allows her and her allies to ignore all damage, she essentially cannot get hit that turn and the following turn, which allows her to survive essentially 2 whole complete rounds without taking any type of damage, or her allies, if you play this in a different game mode.
Yeah.
Right, Brandon?
Multi-game. I know.
Game modes. Another game mode might be able to help other people. Look, Brandon. Look, I can already hear Jason after the stream. All right, so let's go ahead.
I'm just gonna sit in my corner right now. Okay, it's okay. It's okay.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next card. Go ahead, Brandon.
All right, so the next one is going to be a grenade. This is a kinetic grenade, specifically. And so right off the bat, this card is going to deal 3 kinetic damage, 1 shield damage, and if you happen to be playing other modes, it's going to do 2 splash damage.
Yeah, so the splashes are AoE. AoE is the area of effect, so that'll end up damaging pretty much all the enemies around you for the most part.
So the ability on this one is roll a single die, 4 to 6, add 1 kinetic damage to your enemy.
Which is everything. That additional damage is like everything in this game. Trust me, y'all played the game, you'll know that 1 life damage can change the entire fight of the game if it ends up on the next player's turn. So this is direct damage. You don't have to roll to deal any of this damage. This is direct. This is an ability, so it applies immediately. So go ahead and place that right here. Guys, give me 1 quick second. Go ahead, Brandon. We'll go ahead and move on to the first weapon on the list, and I'll be right back 1 second.
This next card we got here is going to be Handgun. This one is going to be called Strider. So if you look here, we got 5 targeting, and we're dealing 2 kinetic damage. Your one and only ability for this card is going to be trade off. Choose to take 2 kinetic damage to target again. So if you're playing and you want to go ahead and use this weapon again, you can take 2 kinetic damage to yourself and then play this weapon again. So pretty cool weapon here.
Yeah, and it's also a pistol. That's the great thing about it. So with it being
Yeah.
a pistol, these are starter weapons, a lot of the starter weapons. So this is stuff that helps you increase and get into the fight immediately and early. So this you would activate in any one of these 2 slots here, and it will allow you to start pretty much going to work early. And that's something you definitely want to do up against a conjurer. Correct, Brandon?
And like, oh yeah, and like Charlie was saying, you know, sometimes it does come down to a life point. So if you have this weapon activated and you're like, I can waste 2 just to kill him right now, then why not?
So with that being said, we have 2 of these pistols in her deck. So you guys will be able to go ahead and run through that. Those 2 guns. What's the next gun here, Brandon?
All right, so vacancy. So this one is going to do 6 targeting. We're going to deal 3 kinetic damage, and the one and only ability is going to be a V-trigger ability. So again, you're going to have to be in V-trigger mode in order to use this ability. And this is headshot. Deal 1 life damage after rolling 4 to 6.
Yeah, so that's detrimental. I mean, think about all the life damage she's doing as abilities and with her weaponry, but then now you're getting a gun that could potentially be dealing life damage every single turn as you apply this, as you keep shooting them with this gun. So the vacancy is a pretty good pistol, pretty good solid pistol, and you're getting 2 of these bad boys too with this build. So it's definitely setting her up for a lot of life damaging abilities.
Oh yeah, I don't think we've gone over the ability system in a while. You want to just quickly mention that with the die, how that works?
Well, we could probably talk about it once we get through with the cards here.
All right.
Let's move on to the next card here.
Next one we got is Lockout. And if we look at the brand here, we got Talon Tech. All right, so that means all the Talon Tech brands are going to be in the same scheme. And the artwork is amazing as usual.
Yeah, it looks good.
So we got 6 targeting, 2 kinetic damage, and our one and only ability is going to be quick shot, target the enemy immediately once activated. So again, this is one of those entry level weapons, you know, play it quickly and then you get to target immediately. So that's very nice.
So for those that are familiar within our universe, guns and weapons require ammunition. So in order to use them, you have to apply the ammunition. So essentially this gun here, the Strider that was placed into the field, you couldn't use this gun immediately. You'll only be able to activate it essentially unless you have the ammunition, then you can use the gun. But with a weapon like this, the Lockout, what makes this such a powerful weapon, or the ability that it has, is that once you have activated this weapon, immediately, once you drop it onto the field, this gun becomes a usable gun right now, and you immediately target your enemy. Then, if you were to load the ammunition, you can then target the enemy again with this weapon, all in one singular turn. So it is a good strategy build, and it's a good weapon to have, especially for her. As quickly she wants to be dealing damage to Saigon, she's gonna definitely need a weapon like the Lockout to definitely tear through her opponent.
All right, so here we go. Next one we got Old Faithful.
Old Faithful.
If you look at the brand here, it's
Old
the,
Faithful.
if you look at the brand here, it's the Nebulae. And if we remember, this brand is specific to the community. So
Community brand, yes sir.
So shout out to Ultimate Chaos on this one. All right, so if we look here, we got 5 targeting, 3 kinetic, and we got 2 abilities for this one. So we got the first one is going to be the Trust. If you or any allies miss with any activated weapons, add 1 targeting to this weapon.
Ooh,
And, yeah,
damn, yo, hey, multiplayer mode.
For our V-trigger ability, we got Quick Quip. If V-triggered, this weapon costs 0 points to activate.
I cannot stress how powerful that ability is. Like, seriously, think about this for a minute. And if anyone that has played the game, which I'm pretty sure quite a few of you guys has played the game, but once you V-trigger, that's pretty much, you're done. You're not going to really be able to activate too many cards at this point. Like, you should have already had all your key weaponry, your key gear out in combat at that time. But
Yeah,
if you
you're really not V triggering until you get all your main stuff in play.
and in most times you'll end up with like small amount of points at that point, storage
You
energy
wanted
points, maybe
to.
like 3 4, and that's usually about as much as you can stay at unless you're a conjurer within the remainder of that V triggering fight. I mean, it depends on how long it lingers, but with something like this, if you V triggered early into a fight and you ended up having Old Faithful and you V triggered, man, she automatically goes right into the field with 0 active. If you had no storage energy points, you immediately, oh, look at me, I'm just flipping the card. You would immediately apply this card right into the field. So that's a big deal. Like, I can't stress that for anyone that has not played the game or doesn't quite know the mechanics. That is such a viable ability to have as a V trigger ability.
And one of those, and a major reason is because you're not only are you getting that card into play for free, but then that's freeing up. If you only have 4 points, then you can play other ability and activate that weapon.
Correct.
So
it's a good strategy setup, man. That was a really good strategy build.
I'm just gonna reiterate this one more time. Y'all see all this new artwork? I know y'all see this artwork, man.
Hang on.
All this hard work.
It's looking good, man. I'm really impressed with our game, man. This game's coming out really good. The community has helped out significantly. We really do appreciate everybody that's definitely contributing to what's allowing this to become what it is, man. But it's a pretty good, solid setup. All right.
So right here we got
to give an intermission on that. Go ahead.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Good. So we got the Phalanx, and this brand is going to be the Triconian Rift. And this particular weapon is a auto. Can you move your big old hand?
I'm sorry.
Auto rifle. So our targeting is 7, and our kinetic damage is going to be 3. And we're going to have 3 abilities with this card. So piercing rounds, ignore any armor resistance, which is really great, especially late in the game.
Or in advanced mode, more so advanced mode. So in the standard mode, that ability won't seem very beneficial. But in advanced mode, when they apply armors and all kinds of defensive abilities, this is going to be viable, very viable.
And that's what I meant by late in the game.
Oh,
but
okay.
I was assuming everyone knew what I meant, but I should have been clear.
We do got new people on the stream now. We get new people to view our videos, so we got to kind of be a little bit more in detail.
True. All right. So our next ability is going to be Turbine. Destroy 1 storage energy point from the enemy immediately once activated. So that's devastating.
Especially with the Conjurer.
I always hate everything that deals with destroying storage energy points, especially on the receiving end.
Yeah,
it's
so
just horrible.
if Saigon had his hands on this Phalanx, oof, that could be problems, big problems. But he doesn't. Cyber does. But with this being a neutral, you put it on Saigon, it could be a messed up builds.
So our third and final ability, which is our V trigger ability, is Warsmith. Attach any 2 range mod to this weapon. So that's again for our advanced mode.
And for people that are not too that doesn't quite understand what this means, that have not played advanced mode, certain mods can only attach to certain gun types. So like certain pistols and SMGs can get a barrel, where only sniper rifles can get a specific barrel type. But in this gun's situation, it can use the sniper rifle's barrel and the pistol's scope or whatever on this gun once it's V-triggered. Once V-triggered, you can attach any mod that goes to specific guns to this gun specifically.
So in other words, you can use, like a break that increases kinetic damage, and then use the sniper, which increases targeting.
By
and you get
lot.
A double whammy.
Yeah, by a lot. You can really make this Phalanx into a deadly weapon, man.
If you use the correct combination, it can cause problems.
Oh, major. Major problems. So let's go ahead and put that Phalanx out here. All right, so what are we looking at down here in this little corner here, Mr. Brandon?
All right, so like Charlie was talking about earlier, certain weapons require a certain amount of ammunition in order to use them once activated. So this is the ammunition that you would use to activate kinetic weapons that deal kinetic damage.
Yeah, so in her deck, there'll be included 10 ammunition cards. So you guys will have 10 ammunition cards that'll be included with the actual deck here. So just to kind of show that off real quick, what we were talking about, a pistol sometimes ranges 2 to 1 ammunition. If it's 2, it's usually a higher range type pistol and usually costs a little more, and it probably deals a little bit more damage. But so you'll notice this pistol here takes 1 ammunition. The Old Faithful, which is a SMG, typically your mid-grade, will end up requiring 2 ammunition types, and some auto rifles require 2 to 3 ammunitions, depending on the auto rifle. So, and then of course, sniper rifles are always going to require 3. That's just the way it is, unless it's something unique about the sniper rifle. But in most cases, they're going to end up requiring an ammunition. So when you look at something like a hero's item, they don't ever require ammunition. Those get activated and get used by the hero immediately. That's the benefit of having hero items. You get the hero items and they benefit you immediately. So the way that looks in our game is that we built these to where you could see the ammunition types and cost at the bottom. So you would just simply attach to the card itself, for the people that are new to kind of see how this mechanically works, and you just apply it right under your existing card, and this will let you know you have 2 ammunitions to that card, to that weapon, essentially. Right. So that's pretty much the entire deck build for Cyber. For the dev edition. Now, I know we get comments from some people that are wondering where their unique abilities are, where's Cyber's Eternal Phalanx ability and that crazy trap card ability that allows her to keep slashing you and getting put in. Those cards will be available, but usually it's gonna probably end up being available at a different tier. Keep in mind, we will be doing booster packs with our tier system, so you'll be able to get those relatively available in booster packs as well. But this is the dev starter deck that it comes with, and what they'll be coming with. So there are a lot more guns and a lot more weapons that'll be in our game, a lot more abilities that we'll be able to give to you guys. Once we open up the open beta testing, for people that are familiar and know how to play the advanced modes and that are interested in playing the advanced modes, we can apply all those cards that will be included to the complete series of our Kickstarter into those builds for you guys to be able to beta test aggressively, because I know some people want to beta test and basically break our game by using these unique abilities that pertain to the hero specifically. So we'll definitely be including those in the open beta test, but we want people that are new, that are entering into our universe and that just wants to play the dev editions. This is the builds that we're going to be including for the dev editions. We feel like it's pretty well balanced, where Cyber can get a good cutting edge on Saigon, and then Saigon can also get a good cutting edge on Cyber. These are our 2 first series powerful heroes. I can't stress it, but they're not OP in comparison to all of our other heroes. People have played with other heroes, which are our order members, and they're just as equally powerful. You just got to use them and know how to use them to make them deadly, essentially. I don't know if that makes any sense. Did I say that right, Brandon?
No, you said that right. That makes sense.
Yeah, so all the heroes are pretty powerful heroes. You just got to pick the one that's more your play style, something that fits your critiqued way of playing, and go to work.
We did get a comment on the Phalanx that said, Phalanx seems strong AF.
Oh, does it?
I was actually responding to it right now in the chat, but it seems strong, but look at the kinetic damage that it does. So,
yeah, you got to really,
it's got a pretty high cost. In order to get it into play, you're going to need 2 ammunition, and then those abilities, the V trigger, you're going to have to be in V trigger mode, and then, you're only going to be doing 3 kinetics, so
it's pretty
compared
powerful.
to other auto rifles.
Correct.
It's going to be on the weaker end.
So you got auto rifles that hit really hard, man. The thing is about this gun, it does hit a lot less. It costs a lot less ammunition, but it's fully modifiable. You can really offset the damage by adding the Reaper barrel. If you add that Reaper barrel, that adds 3 more damage. You just added 6 damage to this gun. But keep in mind, the abilities aren't too OP in comparison to some of the auto rifle abilities out there. Now, this one really is just taking away 1 storage point from you immediately, and then it can pierce through your armor, which is deadly. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to downplay that. And then the other ability to be able to attach any mod to this gun, whereas other guns can do things where they can ignore your traps, they can do additional targetings, and just do other crazy game-breaking stuff within the weapon. the fact that you can modify this gun to your modification preferences is what's going to make this gun deadly as hell. It's all about the additional modifications you attach to this gun. So, yeah, like Brandon said, I would just really pay attention to the damage, because it doesn't do a whole lot of damage up front, but it does make up for targeting.
But it's definitely those weapons worth getting into play, because especially for the second ability,
Sure.
destroying the storage.
Oh, yeah, this gun is not a gun not to be reckoned with. This gun is deadly as heck. I can actually see this gun
It's got his ups, it's got his downs.
Correct.
But,
and it's going to be a preference player. Me personally, I love the phalanx. I love the phalanx personally, but because of that one ability that Brandon mentioned, that it could strip you down from your storage points. I really want to cripple you to not have storage points to activate anything. I really want to take that away from you. And if I could do that early on to the fight and damage you up while doing it, that's definitely what I would do. And the gun would definitely be a choice I would use in my fight.
Yeah, and I'll just say that people, Ultimate Chaos said, where the booster packs at, he needs to buy him some, he needs to get him some, and he's excited about the phalanx.
All right, well, yeah, definitely once we get a little bit more details on that, Jason has definitely been working on the Kickstarter, getting feedback from a lot of people that have been pretty successful in Kickstarter, getting some good advice from them, and we're going to be putting together our tier system. So that'll definitely be a tier system, but let us know, because me and Jason kind of been sitting back talking. Should we make booster packs its own thing, or just add it with the entire bundle? That's something that we were looking into. But if you guys have any bundle ideas where you feel like booster packs should be inclusive, should it be a separate thing for people that just wants to support the booster pack? We kind of look at it like, yo, you gotta have the game completely in order to get booster packs for it. That's the only thing that makes sense logically. But
it's two different sides to look at it.
Right?
I look at it like, if you want to buy some booster packs, I want to give you the option.
Okay.
If you guys want to buy the whole thing, the kit and caboodle, or support us that way, then that is awesome too. But I want to make sure you guys have options.
Yeah.
So you guys tell us.
Yeah, let us know if that's
like
a good option, because we definitely are going to be including booster packs with a tier, certain tiers. But if you want to buy more additional booster packs separately, we can make that an additional tier as well, where it's just booster packs itself. Some people may just want to support, get a couple cards, and just say, hey, listen, I supported into this game. That's cool. We're able to do that. We will do that. If that's something that the community wants and wants to get done, we can definitely get that done.
No, definitely. I think those would be some good ways to look at it. And then we've been already going back and forth, kicking the ball, trying to figure out what we think is best. If you guys have input, we always go to the community for any kind of information, ideas, or direction that you would like, so that we can incorporate that into those final decisions. Because we definitely want to be connected with our community. That's the main thing here. You know what I mean? We want to be we want to communicate with you guys, give you all this access to us. Add everybody. One or two of them might like this, like that. You guys get together, you got a whole crew to start playing this game and figure out the strategies. So we definitely want you guys to get in there and do that. All right.
So with that being said, do we have any other questions? Anything else pertaining to the actual build of Cyber or anything like that, Jay? Do we have anything on the board?
Let me go ahead and look here.
That way we could potentially address that.
No, just chaos, just wanting for us to take
it. No more questions in Twitch right now.
Yeah.
I don't have anything in Discord right now. Let me look around. You guys don't understand the kind of Battleship Galactica space station out here
about the melee weapons. He keep asking.
Okay.
I want to give a shout out. Real quick shout out to DPH Harry. He just added in Discord. Thank you for that.
Yes, sir. Thank you. We appreciate you.
Shout out.
So real quick, Chaos has definitely been with us for quite some time, and he definitely likes the game, obviously. Melee weapons. If you guys that are new into the community, you'll notice that this Vanquisher, which is unique about the actual Vanquishers themselves, they're able to use these 3 different weapon types. And I know we don't really discuss it too much until we get into gameplay, but every character is going to be able to use a gun. Okay, that's all these guns in the game. Every character can use a gun type. But there's melee weapons as well, which again, this here is considered a melee weapon. If you notice the title that says range, she's the only one currently at the moment that has a melee weapon that's out, that we have out. We do have more melee weapons, don't get me wrong, but she's the one that we wanted to showcase the melee weapons with. So there are other characters that are going to have melee weapons. This here is an ability, what we call critical art. So the critical art is a lot of like magic, energy blasts and things like that within, more mage style type. And then of course we have our hand to hand, which is more, your fist, gloves, gauntlets, brass knuckles and things like that. Energy coming off your wrist deals. But we will have some of these inclusive in the game. So to answer, I hope that kind of explains a little bit there. But we felt as the developers, we want to get those other weapon types out there. But we want to get people a little bit more familiar with the game. So we felt like it would be so much more easier if we kept to one weapon type and just keep the core focus of this to get people's, familiar with the gameplay style. Because these other 3 subclasses is essentially what we call them, will require another ammunition type is what we call energy power-up. And so energy power-ups will go into these weapon types, which is another ammunition type to allow you to use these. Now, these are going to be pretty powerful weaponry pertaining to that hero specifically. So Order members typically have 2 abilities. They'll have their gun, and then they'll have a subclass. It can be either a melee, it could be critical art, or it could be a hand-to-hand. So we felt like to not break up to too much confusion at the release times by giving these specific weapons to specific heroes, we just stuck to one for now. So yes, we will have our melee weapons. We can include some, and we will have it on the official game when it drops, for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely. We're gonna have that available. But you don't want no problems. You don't let Ultimate start problems between us.
Oh, okay. All right, for real. We could do this anytime.
We finally getting along.
I'm just saying, we could do this.
All right, so with that being said, we about to get the
anywhere.
devs is real hot. Look at this right now. They're about to get onto it. Actually, next state of the game might be a battle between the new builds. We might go in and showcase this in a live gameplay scenario, so y'all might get y'all wish command. Actually, we might even get it started early in the next state of the game. So we'll go in and get that going. But without further ado, we're going to have another exclusive marketing little video that we're putting together. We've been working on diligently last week, and we want to show that video with you guys what we got under the works right now, and would love to hear your guys' feedback about the video and what you really think about it. It's definitely showcasing my favorite hero, personally, and it's going to showcase a lot of his beauty. Let me not even talk no more. Let me not talk no more. Let me get right into it.
So beautiful.
So let's get right into it, guys. We're going to jump right into it. That marketing video, man. That's pretty tough, right?
That is so dope.
That marketing video, man.
Yeah,
And then you can see the foil in the card.
Yeah, that foiling effect.
The foil effect, I love it.
Somebody's echoing in the background. Somebody forgot to turn off their Twitch. So yeah, this is actually a really good video. I had fun putting it together. If you guys think it was cool, if it's good, we're definitely gonna be using that to help market the game, like get people a little bit more interested. So let me know what you guys think, man. Did you feel like did it feel intense? Did it feel pretty good? Does it make you want to go out there and get the card? Does it make you want to go out there and support the game? Kickstarter, that's kind of the goal, what we're trying to do with these type of things. And once we get more, we're definitely going to be posting these videos up for you guys, man. So we're going to be updating Cyber's video too. I know you guys have been seeing the video with the old cards. We are working on the update for that as well. So that will be updated and probably utilizes our other ads. So we're working diligently, team, and we do appreciate your guys' support. We'll go ahead and do what we normally do on the one-to-one. So don't forget to hit what button, Brandon? What button are we supposed to be hitting?
Hit the bell icon.
Hit that bell
Get
icon.
notified.
Yeah, make sure you hit that
Yeah,
like,
then-
smash that like, share this video, let the
Follow.
community follow, man. Let every card community know that we're in this. If you guys are in these
Share.
communities, let them know Vanquishers is on the way. Have them join the stream if they want to get a little bit of updates. We will be opening the beta test.
Beta test.
Beta testing. Beta test? Alpha beta. Beta test? Am I saying that right?
Beta test.
Beta? Not the alpha.
I feel like
But,
no,
but,
not alpha.
the beta.
Alpha's on something else. We are gonna be alphaing something else. But yes, we're on a beta test. We're gonna be opening up the servers again just to beta test the dev builds. So we'll be setting up those servers as soon as we do. We'll probably be sending an invite for anyone that has registered to us on our website first to be able to get us your registration. So just to kind of give you guys a heads up, you will have to have Tabletop Simulator, which was the simulator that we used to do our card game. So if you don't have an account, if you have a computer or some source of that nature, we have a ghost account and we could potentially set you guys up one to beta test as well. So that's another option. And those details will come a little bit more with Jason. Jason will go ahead and fill you guys in on that. But yes, we will be opening up the servers shortly to be able to do the beta test. So we'll send you guys an invite for the people that have registered through our website, the first access, and then of course through our state of the game, we'll let you guys know when we're available. We'll just need to know your times, your availability, and we go ahead and schedule you in. Usually we're the developers, we're the ones that will be playing with you on the 1-to-1, and we still have talk about potentially doing other stuff with this ability, but we ain't gonna talk about it in this state of the game. Maybe the next state of the game.
Yeah, we ain't gonna talk about it.
We ain't gonna talk about it in this state of the
We
game.
ain't gonna talk about it.
No, talk
Tell
about it.
them.
But
All right.
listen, you can go to the Instagram and you can look at all the stuff we have there. You can go to the Facebook and look at a lot of nice stuff. You can go ahead and follow us and like us there, share it. Go ahead and find one of those pictures we posted in there, and you can like it on yours. And then you could go ahead and share it that way too. So I'm just saying, go to vanquishertcg.com. You can follow us there and get a newsletter and get registered.
That's it.
Go
Show
on and
some
try
love.
it out about it.
And make sure that you guys stop by our merch store. Keep in mind, all that money is going 100% back into the project. It's not going into our pockets. So things like that ad, the marketing ads, and the stuff like that we're able to put together, it's because you guys in the community that is supporting us. So we really do appreciate your support 100%. I can't stress that. And without further ado, Vanquishers,
Vanquishers out.
ow! I was want someone else to hit the ow,
That
ow.
was the weakest out
That was
ever.
you. That was you, Brandon. Vanquishers,
Yeah.
out.